Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. Recently, Owlcat announced that they have added some new content for the Devil Mythic path, and I know a lot of you are not going to bother going through that path, but would still want to be able to see this content, so I figured, hey, why not just go ahead and show you it directly in a video. So this will be a fully voiced walkthrough of what Owlcat has provided. Originally, I was going to wait until we reach this section in our Let's Play, but I'm pretty sure that content has probably run its course, so I figured why not skip ahead and give you some late game Isaac content instead. As always, please leave your comments down below, along with any other Wrath of the Righteous content you might want to see from me. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. You do have to complete this quest in Act 5. So this is right after I've completed Is. Obviously, if you don't want any spoilers about that section of the game, you should watch this video. But otherwise, let's dive into it. Mephistopheles doesn't seem the least bit sheepish about his rude intrusion into your chambers. A sly smile plays on his lips. Ah, you came, Isaac. I hope you aren't inconvenienced by my friendly visit. Actually, I'm a true devil now, and this means your intrusion violated the property of another representative of Hell. Shall we visit Hell's clerks to settle the matter, or would you prefer to pay the fine here and now? We would need to go to court, and it would otherwise look like a bribe to conceal the infringement. But I will warn you that I will contest the fine, because I am here to carry out an important assignment. I have brought you a message and an offer. Mephistopheles begins to cast a spell, and darkness fills the room. At the edge of your awareness, you can hear the melodious sounds of cracking whips, the harsh voices of guards, and the frightened babbling of their prisoners. The pleasant smile of brimstone fills the air. The voice that comes from the open portal sounds like the clanking of a million chains. And let my word to thee be thus: be awed and prostrate yourselves, lesser ones, for it is I, Asmodeus, Lord of Hell, known as the first Prince of Darkness. Lawful, bow your head. I greet you, Master. I see obedience and discipline in thy heart, and I look upon them with favor. The tone of the clanking voice shifts, becomes softer and more normal, like that of a herald who has finished a public speech. So, this is Hell's champion, fostered by Mephistopheles to oppose the World Wound, Lord of the Eighth. Are you certain that this one is suitable for my mission? Absolutely, Master. Isaac is an individual of many talents and gifts, which he has proven more than once. What's the mission? I want you to acquire an innocent soul for me. Iomede's lackey, Queen Galfrey, must renounce the inheritor's patronage and accept Hell's creed. I have always considered spiritual seduction the most difficult and prestigious of assignments. Why do you want Galfrey's soul? It is all part of the great game being played between gods, demons, devils, and others. One day, you will sit upon one of the thrones of Hell, one you have earned, and you will be able to grasp the game in its entirety. For now, be satisfied with this answer. It will demonstrate my power. With this, I will demonstrate the weakness of heaven and the might of hell, expose Iomede's neglectful treatment of her faithful, and attract those whose hearts crave law and order. And tightening control over the World Wound and acquiring a new outpost of infernal faith in Northern Athelstan would be welcome fringe benefits. Why do you want me to do it, and for what price? You know her and have her trust, and Mephistopheles told me you are quite cunning. This task can only be performed by a great actor and tempter. As for the reward, it will be generous, for it will come from my hand. You will also have Galfrey under your control, along with a crown, throne, death-dealing sword, and timeless beauty. Oh, by the way, this is not a playthrough where we romance Galfrey, so There might be additional reactivity you get in this quest when you romance her, but unfortunately I won't be able to show that. But still, what will the reward be? Exactly. One that will be commensurate with your usefulness. Do not test my patience. The Prince of Darkness does not haggle with his servants. I accept. What's the plan? Mephistopheles will tell you where to start and guide you on my behalf. I will consider the task complete when you have in your hands the contract for the soul of Queen Galfrey of Mendev. Do not disappoint me. The metallic voice quiets, and the smell of brimstone fades. Congratulations. It is rare that... I didn't notice before that he bounces afterwards. That's hilarious. Congratulations. It is rare that Asmodeus personally appears before one of his servants to assign a task of this nature. As your superior in rank and someone better versed in temptation, I offer you this advice. You must determine how best to corrupt her. Which pillars must be eroded for the temple to fall? Where does the queen's strength lie? That which keeps her on her chosen path. Her sense of duty and responsibility drive her. Then that is where we'll strike. We'll drench her hands in the blood of those for whom she is responsible. Let the burden of guilt crush her. This will be our first blow. Step by step, we'll turn the people away from her, and turn her away from her people. We will cause her to become disillusioned with Iomade. When we're done, Galfrey will have lost all her allies, confidence, and supporters. Perhaps you can invite the queen to go hunting. A daring raid to take the head of a worthy foe. A small victory to ease the sting of her recent blunder near Iz, which almost cost Mendev its army. Then again, this splendid idea could accidentally turn into a terrible massacre, and everyone would blame Galfrey for this tragedy. Everyone except you. A thin smile plays on Mephistopheles' lips. And who will be the quarry for this hunt? I have a suitable candidate in mind, a powerful demon captured a millennium ago by my debtors. He is strong, stupid, and easy to manipulate. He will be a fine supporting actor in this. How will we get Galfrey to make a mistake? Leave it to me. You've told me the source of Galfrey's strength, and now I will find her weakness. It's settled. Speak to Galfrey, convince her of the merits of our plan, and invite her to a spot of my choosing. I trust that you will find a way to play on our heartstrings. Mephistopheles' figure begins to shrink and pale, and you now see before you an unremarkable crusader with disheveled hair, a black look in his eyes, and a leg that healed badly from an injury. As for me, I'll enjoy a change of pace and play a humble instigator hidden in the crowd. Again, this is Act 5, after Iz, so Queen Galfrey will be waiting in your war room. Smile encouragingly. Are you ready to lead us into a new battle? The troops are eager to avenge those we lost in Iz. Thank you for your concern, Commander. Our fallen comrades are indeed calling on us to avenge them, and so we shall. Galfrey's voice is resolute, but a shadow of doubt and anxiety is reflected on her face. I can see that you're worried. That's not good. An insecure general will lead their soldiers to their deaths. She flushes. Blast it. If it took you but a moment to see it, others will see it as well. I am afraid. I almost lost an entire army in Iz. A century of crusades could have ended in monstrous defeat because of my arrogance. After that, how could anyone still follow me? Lawful. They'll follow you because they're ordered to. Their opinion of you is irrelevant. I suppose you're right, but must I force my warriors to their deaths? It is unthinkable. I need to restore the troops' faith in me. I simply must. Wink. Were you to defeat some formidable enemy, it will present an excellent opportunity for me to reaffirm my oath to you in front of the troops. Galfrey narrows her eyes warily. Do you mean to suggest something? I know where to find a dangerous demon. Shall we go on a hunt? I will concede the right of slaying it to you, for the good of the crusade. It is not a bad idea, but it smacks of deceit, does it not? There's no deceit in it. You really will kill the demon. The circumstances are unimportant. She hesitates before she speaks, sounding less than confident. Perhaps you're right. If there is a ruse here, it is a minor one. But I still have reservations about this. Lost in thought, she bites her lips. At times, duty to one's people demands a certain amount of ingenuity. She hesitates before she speaks, sounding less than confident. You are correct yet again. I cannot afford to be too scrupulous. Very well, I agree. Tell my new squire, Linkers, where our hunt will take place. She has recently been handling my retinue. Tell me about Linkers. Leia Linkers is my new squire. She caught my eye during the Battle of Iz. She fought so desperately, it was as if she thought Galarian's fate rested on her shoulders alone. An honorable young woman, just like her father and brothers. They died in the Fourth Crusade, but the Linkers bloodline is strong and noble. It has not produced cowards. She frowned slightly, not in anger, but with some unfathomable longing. Galfrey's gaze is sad and nostalgic, as if memories from the long-distant past are unfolding before her eyes. She once was exactly like Leia, young, brave, bereft of everyone she loved. It is no surprise the Queen has grown fond of her. I have to go. The young warrior intently watches her queen's every gesture. Her zeal is written on her aristocratic, pretty features. Commander, how may I be of service? Her voice is full of reverence. Who are you? Leia Linkers, squire to Her Majesty Queen Galfrey. My queen has done me the great honor of accepting me into her inner circle and retinue. I haven't seen you around before. I joined the army after you departed for the Abyss, Commander. During the Iz expedition, fate brought me to fight at Her Majesty's side, and my queen, in her great benevolence, granted me the right to serve as her squire. And what have you done to earn the queen's favor? Leia blushes slightly. I think you should ask Her Majesty about that. I haven't performed any great feats, only my duty. When my last brother, died, cut down by a demon's blade, I offered a prayer to Iomedae and charged the abyssal monsters. I didn't call anyone to join me, but the troops still followed. It so happened that it turned into a counterattack and we drove the enemy back. It wasn't until later that I found out we cut through the demons surrounding Her Majesty's squad. So, we saved her. But that's just what others say. Personally, I think the Queen didn't really need our help. She blushes even more. Her embarrassment seems sincere. This naive soul must truly believe that she hasn't accomplished anything of note. How do you feel about Queen Galfrey? She is the greatest person I know, she answers passionately without hesitation. I am ready to die for her. Galfrey knows how to choose her followers, a faithful warrior, willing to die for her, just like all those who came before. If my duty commands it, I will give my life gladly. Despite her bravado, her eyes darken with sadness. She is clearly alarmed to hear of those who have come and died before her. Indicate a spot on the map. Galfrey and I are going on a hunt. Her retinue must be prepared to accompany the Queen. This is a dangerous area. It will be done, Commander. She gives a sharp salute, then lowers her voice to ask, do you expect something important to happen? Should we be ready for anything in particular? After the hunt, I intend to publicly reaffirm my oath to Her Majesty and restore her status as the leader of the crusade. Really? She smiles, clearly surprised. Truly, Commander, you are Mendez's most loyal warrior. The nearby guards, who appear incredibly bored, hear your words. Their expressions change in surprise, and they don't look pleased. Tonight, the barracks will be abuzz with talk of how the Queen is trying to depose the commander yet again. That's all for now. May Iomedae protect you, Commander. Alright, and you'll get this Trap for a Queen marker that's towards the bottom left of the map. Galfrey's face is a mask of tension. She checks to make sure, clearly not for the first time, that her sword unsheaths readily. Leia Linkers stands still by her side. practically vibrating with eagerness to carry out any order. The troops chat in lowered voices while removing the ancient debris, and you notice the limping hunter among them, Mephistopheles in disguise. He gives you a furtive wink and a thumbs up. Commander, looks like the demon we're hunting is hiding in these ruins. He's not eager to face us. The queen's smile is forced. Oh well, if he doesn't want to come to us, we will go to him. He cannot hide for long. Survey the area. The quiet stillness is only interrupted by the occasional sound of heavy footsteps ahead. There is only one road, but a trail leads away, climbing to the cliffs towering over the site of the upcoming hunt. A perfect place to watch the fight and Galfrey's downfall. Galfrey, are you ready for battle? It is just another battle. I have witnessed hundreds of them. The queen smiles bravely. Are your knees trembling, Leia? No, your majesty. May the demon's knees tremble instead. Give Mephistopheles a sign. You there, hunter, report. The hunter limps over to you and speaks in a nasal voice.
It's quiet, Commander. No wandering band spotted. The quarry is ahead, as you warned. Should you wish to attack from the rear, this trail will do nicely.
Mephistopheles indicates the trail leading to the cliffs and gives you another surreptitious wink. Lure Galfrey into the trap. Continue to advance. I will circle around behind it and drive it toward you. Be ready. So be it. May an Iomedae guide us. The hunter smiles obsequiously.
Be careful, Commander.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Let us press on.
What? Nothing special in here. The treasure remains untouched. It seems they cannot agree on how to divide it among themselves.
We march ahead.
Charge! It's nice to have friends. Even if they are from hell. Alright, FYI, this is on story mode. This content is just about the story. I'm not trying to play around with the fighting at all, especially since the fighting is very quick anyway. So let's just get through it. Doop, 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 doop. Pretty sure it doesn't give you anything in particular, just a bunch of stuff you can sell.
I will guide us.
How do I get over there? I don't think it even let me get over there, unfortunately. Your Grace, the Demi-Viga takes a dignified bow. Let me assure you that the trap for the Queen is ready. Your timely intervention will surely lead to triumph. Who are you? What are you doing here? Your interest flatters me. My name is Gogorad. I am a Demi-Viga, hired by Mephistopheles, the ruler of Cana, to carry out a glorious plan to corrupt a righteous soul. I am at your service. I was sent here to facilitate the setting of a trap for Queen Galfrey. Rest assured that the trap is of the finest quality. How does the trap work? Demi-Viga perks up. The original plan was to allow the Queen herself to attack a demon who would prove much more powerful than she expected. I took the liberty of inspecting said demon, and I must say that while he is powerful, it is by no means guaranteed that the queen will fail to defeat him. Thus, I have taken certain precautions. I have gathered up my debtors, invoked the contracted agreements, and found a dozen stalwart crusaders. They are already here, and the demon is ravaging their bodies as we speak. Surely the sight of those poor unfortunates in agony will shake the resolve of our noble huntress queen.
What crusaders?
Oh, not too many, the devil sneers. The parties to a contract with hell are now summoned to pay their debts. Some were promised to be turned into devils upon their demise. Some have forfeited their lives for a large inheritance to be distributed to their families. I will not bore you with the details, but suffice it to say that these people are happy to die for you.
I agree to your amendments to our plan.
Thank you, Your Grace. Allow me to express my admiration for your cunning. You have engineered a trap worthy of the archdevils themselves, and I shall do everything I can to ensure it snaps shut. Everything will unfold just as it should, I have no doubt.
I'm rather proud of this one.
It seems the victim did not resist. The ritual reminds you of traditional Cheliac sacrifices to draw forth powerful group magic.
And I think it's just a regular flaming dagger, nothing special there.
Godspeed.
Something over there.
Reap what you
So as you can see, for the most part, it's just regular guys that you go through. Nothing special here from a combat perspective. But it does give you some nice items to sell. Like this stuff here. As you can see, just +3 items. By this time, you're at you're dealing with +5 gear, so it doesn't really help you that much.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Let us press on.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but the sound feels a little bit off to me. It seems like when they're fighting the debris falling and stuff like that, we should be hearing more. Whereas a lot of this is just straight up silent. So I actually really enjoy this quest. I think it's great Devil Mythic Path content. But these audio errors, or what I assume are audio errors, is definitely one blemish that I will put on to this quest overall. The other thing that I would say is obviously a lot of it is not voice acted. Towards the end, we'll get more voice acted content. But for right now, most of what we experience has not been voice acted. But as you can see, the trap worked. She fell, and a whole lot of people got killed in the process.
Your Grace, the stage is set. It's time for you to play your part.
All right. Oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this before we go down there. And let's handle business. So now we got to come down here. This is the only part of the combat that is somewhat difficult, since they are mythic enemies. So if I was playing on 4, this battle probably would be some doing, but nothing you haven't already experienced, so really not that crazy. Curse it all! How could it? It wasn't supposed to go like this! Galfrey looks mournfully at the fallen soldiers. We should not have rushed so. Wiping the blood from her face, Leia stops, frightened by Galfrey's furious glare. Things are even worse than before. What will you do now, Commander? You see accusation in her eyes. Ooh, here comes the best part, the blame game. So what happened here is somehow also my fault? Or perhaps the fault lies with someone else, someone who attacked before the time was right. Galfrey lowers her head and mutters, It is as you say. I am at fault, not you. Your Majesty, you did what you had to do. You were saving our people. Thank you for saying that, Leia. But it ultimately doomed our people. Kneel. I will do as I planned. I wish to renew my oath to Her Majesty Queen Galfrey of Mendev and declare that I recognize her as the one true leader of the crusade. I thank you for your loyalty, Commander, and swear. Her words are interrupted by the indignant grumbling of the soldiers. Galfrey gives them a furious look, but even her glare is powerless to silence its disgruntled voices.
The commander is being set aside again? Why? When the commander's in charge, we win. Without him, we die.
The limping hunter, Mephistopheles in disguise, yells more loudly than anyone else, and the rest of the Crusaders clap him approvingly on the shoulder. Friends, are you out of your minds? This is our queen. Your civil tone only makes the soldiers shout louder. Every word you say is like a log tossed onto the bonfire of their anger. Confound it, that is enough. I am still your queen. Galfrey's shout silences the soldiers. Linkers, collect the bodies of the fallen. We are leaving. Your Grace, let me be the first to congratulate you on this victory. Niamh Vigor makes a respectful bow. I am deeply gratified to have had the opportunity to be a part of your endeavor. Am I dead? My life is over? And now I must take my leave. Great things await you, and as for me and these souls, hell awaits. Let these souls be your reward. Goodbye. By now, of course, Isaac has been completely corrupted, so he could care less. Thank you, and may your plans come to fruition. All right, job well done. Go ahead and take this. So there are some unique things. Necklace of Eternal Hunter. This gives you a +2 bonus on attack rolls and a +4 bonus on damage rolls against animals and magical beasts. And we've got Blade of the Blood Knight. 3 times. This is a Falchion, so it's a 2-handed blade, +3. It's got Heartsinker, Bleed, and Speed. 3 times per day, this +3 Speed, Bleed, Heartsinker Falchion grants his wielder the ability to extract blood from corpses and cause it to explode. Very, very nice. This damage is treated as having come from an evil aligned weapon for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. I think that's the only unique item in this list. Yeah, I think the rest of it is just regular stuff. Yep. All right, let's head back. All right, now we're back in Dresden and can talk with Queen Galfrey again. I'm sorry about what happened on the hunt. Galfrey's expression is hard and her voice resentful. Never before have my soldiers said such things to my face. Never before have they so openly doubted me. They whisper that I'm a despot and that I do not care about their lives. I not care? Who can I trust now besides you? Her voice drips with venomous suspicion. Who's saying these things? She waves you off in annoyance. Just ordinary soldiers. Linkers has informed me that the troops are spreading vile and insulting rumors about me. All my sacrifices, forgotten in an instant. What appalling treachery. This gossip must be stopped. Whoever is spreading it should be placed under arrest, at least for a short time. You're suggesting we punish the malcontents. Will that not diminish me even further in the eyes of my troops? Won't the rumor spread even more widely? I have seen how easily my dear subjects believe every vile lie about their queen. The arrest will be for their own good. If they're not stopped today, tomorrow they'll be plotting open sedition and be sent to the gallows. Somewhat relieved, she says, a light punishment is better than a noose. They will come to understand I was acting in their best interest. So be it. Tell Linkers I want the instigators arrested, but be careful. No blood should be spilled. How may I be of service? I have orders from the Queen to arrest the rabble-rousers spreading disrespectful rumors among the troops. Arrest? Since when do we? As you wish, Commander. Leia looks flummoxed. She sounds lost when she says, in the past, the Queen never ordered anyone arrested over unflattering words. Galfrey's actions may be harsh, but she is still our Queen. No one has the right to insult her. This is true, but there was a time when Her Majesty's dignity was guarded by her honorable behavior rather than lashes. Be that as it may, the order will be carried out. Are there any special instructions? Send our sternest and toughest fighters. Troublemakers deserve no mercy. Shouldn't we send someone more peaceful and reasonable? We wouldn't want to turn things violent. Your concerns may be valid, but such is the Queen's will. Follow your orders. It will be done, Commander. Leia's expression is grim. Okay, and now you have to wait until an additional scene triggers. The clamoring crowd of soldiers angrily shake their fists. There are occasional shouts to call the butchers to account and get even. The bloodied body the soldiers brought lies on the cobblestones in front of the crowd. It is the grizzled hunter who walked with a limp. Galfrey's eyes are ablaze with fury. This bloodshed will be investigated. Now, disperse at once. Anyone who refuses to obey will be considered a traitor to the crown. You swore fealty to me. Abyss, take you. Leia clutches her weapon, her face pale. Her bewildered gaze darts between the Queen and her fellow soldiers. The eyes of the soldiers are on you. They're waiting, hoping that your words will let their anger spill out. What's going on here? A soldier points at the corpse. They executed a crusader, one of our own, without trial, without justice, just for speaking his mind. The Queen's guards came, and when he refused to be clapped in irons, they smashed his head in. They were going to kill us from the start. They knew what to send, the biggest and most vicious. They'd wring the neck of whatever sap they were trying to grab. The dead face of Mephistopheles wears a truly pitiful expression. You can't shake the feeling that he could burst out laughing at any moment. Linkers, don't let anyone near Her Majesty. Of course, Commander, but what am I supposed to do? Slaughter them? They aren't our enemies. These are our comrades, and one of them lost his life. Your heightened devilish senses tell you that Leia is easy prey. She's confused, frightened, and above all, she has lost confidence in her Queen. Were you to use a modicum of your infernal power, she wouldn't even feel your influence. Evil requires devil mythic path. Discreetly charm Leia. Linkers, will you do your duty, no matter the cost? Crimson sparks flash in Leia's eyes, sparks that only you can see. A new actress has emerged on stage to play her part. I will do my duty, Commander, and my duty is to stand with my brothers and sisters in arms. The Queen has committed a crime and must answer for it. I witnessed her give the order, an order that can only lead to bloodshed. What is this? Leia, what have you done? I name you traitor.
The revolt must be quelled with utmost expediency and severity. The instigators will be executed immediately afterward. Sosea looks at the crowd, his expression grim. They aren't rebels. They just don't want to die for no reason. That's not a crime. I advise you to stop talking, or I will consider your words incitement. I advise you to stop threatening my brother, or I'll crush your skull. Galfrey, execute her. Galfrey turns to you, her face twisted with pain and shock. She doesn't understand what's happening. She is so vulnerable. Execute the traitor at once. Leia Linkers, I hereby sentence you to death for the crime of treason. Galfrey unsheaths her sword. In one quick motion, she slashes open Leia's throat and she falls to the ground. Your spell leaves Leia's mind, and she tries to explain with her fading breath, but it is too late, and the life leaves her body. Who else wishes to challenge their queen's authority? The crowd is frozen, shocked by such swift and bloody justice. You sense the invisible golden glow around Galfrey's head, the sign of Iomede's favor bestowed upon her paladins, fade away. The Queen of Mendev has lost her goddess's blessing, though she is still too intoxicated with violence to realize it. And then comes thunder.
Be in light, mortals. At the behest of my lady, the Inheritor, I have come to your domain. Do not fear me.
Why have you come?
Greetings, servants of the law of heaven.
And greetings to you, servant of the law of hell. Our Lady the Inheritor bade us escort the mortal known as Galfrey of Mendev into seclusion for contemplation, repentance, and redemption, for she now finds herself in great spiritual peril. We will serve her as faithful companions, protectors, and guardians of her peace.
You have come to take me prisoner?
Why do you want to take her?
Our Lady has sensed evil gathering over the soul of her chosen warrior. The evil hungers for her soul's purity and wishes to sink its claws into it. This must be stopped.
Why does your show of concern so closely resemble an arrest?
The queen's laughter sounds scornful and despairing. Iomade has betrayed you, my queen.
After all my years of faithful service, after all my vows and oaths, betrayal? Where were you, warriors of heaven, when demons were ravaging my country? Where were you when I was fighting? I, who had forever been faithful and true. You stood idly by. Yet I commit but one transgression displeasing to Iomade, and you rush here to arrest me? You are deceivers. Curse you all, you and your mistress. I renounce her. Better to swear my allegiance to hell. The commander has proved that hell conducts itself with greater honesty than heaven.
Draw your weapon. I hope you're not planning on leaving without even trying to take her by force.
Heaven has no quarrel with hell, but if you insist on thwarting us here, you shall have no protection. Then let there be battle. Defeat is not an option.
Oh, Olbrug's with us. I don't know why.
Weakness and hypocrisy. Those are the only things heaven can offer. I should have realized that long ago.
I'm sorry about Leia.
She was a traitor. Traitors do not deserve to be mourned.
Have you truly lost faith in Iomade?
Oh yes. her ideals are nothing but lies and tyranny, wrapped in the pretty platitude of striving for the common good. As for her mercy, it is a corrupting, malign force that amounts to impunity for the guilty. I wish to tread this path no longer.
Heaven betrayed you, but you still have a loyal ally you can trust.
Trust? Do not take me for a fool. I am well aware that everything that has occurred has been to your benefit, and it is very likely you even had a hand in it. Then again, it matters not. For the fact remains, now you and I believe in the same thing. I am ready to swear my allegiance to hell.
Why do you need to do this?
I require a strong ally. In this war, and after it. Do you think Iomade and her faithful will forgive apostasy? I shall have to defend my power and restore order in the country, calling to account all those who for too long have gone unpunished. The only thing one can rely on is strength. The time for mercy has passed. The time for ruthlessness has come.
Evil requires devil mythic path. I'm ready to sign a contract for your soul in exchange for the protection and aid of the forces of hell.
I, Queen Galfrey of Mendev, agree to this contract. Let my soul belong to you and to hell if you uphold your side of the bargain.
The queen accepts the sheet of parchment and quill that you offer her. Pricking her finger on the nib, she signs her name in blood in a firm, slanted hand. Flashes of scarlet dance across her armor as though the fires of hell are already burning within her.
This was the right choice. And now I request permission to depart. My army has been plagued with unrest, and I must eradicate it.
On the cobblestones, the corpse with the injured leg snickers, gleefully in Mephistopheles' voice. A flawless performance, Commander. My congratulations, you truly have a talent for temptation. I have a feeling that I, too, wasn't an actor in this play, but a puppet. A perceptive observation. Asmodeus' thinking is never linear or straightforward. An entity of his stature is incapable of it. Perhaps his true purpose was never to claim Galfrey's soul, but rather to bind you more tightly to hell. Or perhaps something else entirely, something even I am unaware of at present. But we have an eternity in hell to find out. Crimson sparks of magic fly from Mephistopheles' fingers. From the portal that leads to the depths of hell comes an eerie, clanking voice. I am pleased with your efforts. Hell has acquired a valuable servant, and my power has been duly demonstrated. You have proven your usefulness and will be rewarded. Regiel greets the ruler of hell with a simple bow, polite yet completely devoid of any trace of servility. Even a visit from the Lord of Devils isn't enough to bring anything resembling surprise to his face. Bow your head. Thank you, Lord Asmodeus. Glory to you. You are proving yourself worthy of my favor. Continue with your service, and one day our order will triumph. The law of hell will reign supreme. Glory to Lord Asmodeus. Mephistopheles gives you a sly wink, and fortune and bountiful rewards to his capable subordinates. Working with you has been fascinating. Awesome. And that pretty much ends it. Only thing I don't know. Yeah, I don't think you get any special gear from defeating those enemies in heaven. And the thing that Asmodeus gives you is just this book. As far as I can tell, it doesn't give you any special buffs or anything like that. I'm also not sure if, when you go back to talk with Galfrey, if she has any new dialogue. So let's check on that real quick. But I definitely enjoyed this thoroughly. I'll come out with a separate video tomorrow giving you my overall thoughts on the quest. That's kind of why I just ran through it here without a lot of personal commentary. But absolutely, I'm a big fan of this. Let's see. Oh. I wish we could spend some time in private. I'd like to get to know the new Galfrey a little better. Arching an eyebrow, Galfrey smiles ironically. Am I imagining things, or do you mean to conduct this interrogation in your chambers? Ah, just so we're clear, we're talking about sex. I do. You will reveal all your secrets to me. How sweet of you to pretend I could keep secrets from an astute devil like you. The old Galfrey would have found many good reasons to reject your offer, but now, why should I care what anyone thinks? I am queen, and I have the right to do as I wish. Lead on. This is fascinating. I did not do any of the romance-related objectives for Galfrey, so it's interesting that this is just automatically available to me if I convert her to a devil, I guess. Ha! We even get the romance music. That's hilarious.
I hope you're pleased with your victory. I shall remember this night with regret, but it will never be repeated.
Oh, how do you feel?
I feel alive. All those years weighed down by armor. All those years weighed down by duty and expectation. That is all in the past. Finally, I feel entitled to express my own desires and passions. I now know what life truly is. And it looks like you.
You dare to reject me?
Reject you? How droll. Even if I wished to do so, you would quickly change my mind. You have power over me, and that power renders a liaison between us unnecessary for you. We are not equals. With little effort, you convinced me to renounce everything I had believed in my whole life. You are immeasurably stronger than I am. You can read my thoughts and control my feelings. I am mortal, but you are something more. A union between us would be a misalliance. Therefore, let this night remain a thrilling encounter, not the start of a doomed and dreary liaison.
I know we could be happy together. Trust me.
Happy? You think I could be happy as someone's pet? I may have sold my soul to you, but I have not lost my pride. You must see that if I were to stand by your side, I should be tormented by my insignificance, like a peasant standing beside a deity. It simply will not do. Perhaps one day I shall be your equal. I shall become a devil and rise through the hierarchy of hell, and then we can be together. If you still wish it then, I should be happy to acquiesce. But for now, a long road lies ahead of me.
So I think it's really cool that you got that scene, and it's cool that they put some effort into showing some development as far as who Galfrey has become now. But one of the things I don't like about Pathfinder romances is there's kind of this demand that all of them should be equal, right? You should be equal partners, even if you're playing as an evil character. If I'm playing as a demon or a devil, or to a lesser degree a lich, I feel like the game should allow me to have a romance that is really built around, you are just my minion, you are just my servant, we are not equal, and we do not see each other as equal. And for whatever reason, Owlcat doesn't write any of them that way. Like, Windwalk is clearly perfectly set up for that, and yet still, if you try to do that, it basically kills the relationship. I don't think she has any. Yeah, I don't think she has any other devil-specific dialogue. Yep. So I think that's it. Like I said, there'll be a video coming out tomorrow that'll provide more of my overall thoughts regarding this. But just to be clear, I think it's fantastic. I think it's definitely the best devil Mythic Path quest that you get in the game, and it's perfect for what I think devil should be about. It's unfortunate you don't have more quests like this that allow you to corrupt the people around you, get them to sign contracts, and bring them over to your side. But it is what it is. Definitely enjoy what they provided here. Leave me your thoughts down below. Let me know if there's any other Wrath of the Righteous content you're looking for, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.